So here we are in sunny Sengerema, outside or quite near the district offices for the district medical officer. So after quite a long journey of being rattled around in a dala, taking a ferry, a bit more of a dala, which is like a minibus taxi thing, eventually got here. Had kind of an interesting conversation with him actually about these motorbikes. So there are 4 in total here actually. There's 2 in one council and 2 here. And this DMO says he's new to this council, but he said he's used these motorbike ambulances before in his own in another place, and they were actually providing a really great service, taking women from the communities to the dispensaries and also to the district hospital when they're in labour. So they were providing a really good service, but he was saying the problems that they've had here is that the motorbikes are not good on rough roads, he said, and also they were having problems basically paying for maintenance, interestingly. So I asked, okay, well, could there be a bit of a chicken and egg thing going on here, you know, tell me what kind of problems you're having on the rough roads. And like, punctures, and also with the chains, you know, we're having problems with the chains. I was like, I said, that's really, really interesting to know. You know, that could be because you were saying about the maintenance, that, yeah, we never did any maintenance at all, ever, because of a problem with registration of the motorbikes, basically. So I said, look, I mean, for sure, this could be a design fault, but it sounds to me quite strongly like it really could be because there was no maintenance. So we had an interesting conversation. He was really receptive. It was really great. So what he's basically said is his fundy, who they use here when they do use someone, so his mechanic rather, fundy is mechanic, is going to come up with a list of how much it's going to cost to get these things back up and running. And then he's going to see if he can afford it, because they get sent their money monthly by the government to pay for maintenance. And so he's going to have to see if the money covers it. The money doesn't always come through. I mean, there's a whole stack of problems here. But I said, okay, just to be sure, do you know if your fundy would be using Chinese spare parts, fake spare parts, which everybody uses here, or genuine ones, which I would be surprised about because it's slightly hard to find these ones? And he said, honestly, I don't know, and I can't tell the difference by looking at them, but I know I need genuine ones, but I just don't know. So we agreed that it's rather hard to tell, but he said he'd let me know when the fundy's done his quote, so he can kind of let me know and have my thoughts on it. And he also said I offered to come in and do a maintenance training workshop for whoever's going to be riding these bikes, because that will help them keep their running costs low and keep the bikes running for longer, which he seemed really keen on. So he's very keen to collaborate. He's keen to come to the Pikilily opening launch, workshop launch, if he's in town in Wanza, which would be awesome. So I feel like it was a good first conversation. I brought my tools with me. I wanted to just have a look at these motorbikes for myself, but it wasn't really the right time. But I can see the seats have been all burnt off in the sun, so the seats of the motorbikes themselves no longer really exist, like the vinyl covering, whatever it is. They've had a bit of a life. One of the tyres is missing from one of them. But I know they can provide a great service. I just wish that it was going to be possible, and I think it may be possible to get these things back and up and running, and then sustain them with good maintenance, because that's really what it takes. But let's see. So from a rather lovely Sengerema, I think we'll say over and out for now, and I shall embark upon my rather enduring return journey. So we shall see. Over and out for now, guys.